and I have quite the story for you today. No, this is not clickbait, and yes, this is a completely true story, but I've never told this story before on the internet because I was going through this stalker thing for so long that I never wanted to talk about it in a video because I never wanted to let them know that I knew what was going on. So anyways, this story goes back many, many years. So before I even moved to California, I think, back when I used Daily Booth all the time. And for those of you guys who don't know what Daily Booth is, it was kind of like Instagram back in the day before Instagram was ever invented, and it was in a browser on your laptop instead of on your phone. So you would like post pictures every single day of like what you're up to, and you get social media. That's what it was. And back at this time I was also making YouTube videos, like when I lived with my parents in Georgia. This was like 8 or 9 years ago, really long time. One day there was this blog that like I used to have my Google notification sent to my email, so if someone had like written a blog about me or posted a picture about me or anything like that, it would get sent to my email, and then I would just like check out whatever it was posted about me. Is very narcissistic of me, and whatever. Here's the thing, so this one time I got this email from Google that was like, oh, this person wrote a blog about you, and the title was Catrific Hacker. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not a hacker, what is this? So I start reading, and this woman who went by the name of Zen Cupcake at the time was writing all this like long post about how I'd hacked her computer, and I had like gotten all these Twitter accounts of hers shut down, and I like basically like hacked her whole life, and I ruined her life, and all of this stuff. She was saying I had access to like all of her shit, and something about me like hacking her family, and that I need to be arrested. I'm like, this is just so weird. Okay, whatever. I ignored it, thought it was kind of strange, shared it with a couple friends. And then the blogs continued, and she wrote another post about me, how like Catrific is, she won't stop, she won't back down, she's still like hacking into my computer, and she was like showing all this like fake weird proof that I was doing that. And I'm just like, I'm like a 19-year-old kid who like works at Chick-fil-A and is a babysitter and makes YouTube videos. Like, I don't know how to hack. I just learned how to use iMovie, and I'm impressed with myself. Again, I ignore it. But then these YouTube viewers like started like seeing it somehow, and they were like, Kat, are you really a hacker? Did you really hack this lady's computer? Like, what? I'm really confused. Are you a bad person and all this stuff? And I'm just like, what do I do? But I decided it best after talking to some people at the time, it was best not to acknowledge it. That if I was acknowledging her posts about me, she might start writing more, or like it might be admission to some sort of guilt or something. So I just like decided not to engage with this woman at all. Zen Cupcake. And so then I started to do a little research into this lady, and she has this like cupcake blog, like a legit cupcake blog that she would take a break from every so often to write these posts about me. And I'm just like, what? This is so obscure. This lady is married, she has children, and she's definitely older, and she's just writing all this stuff about me. I'm so confused. I don't even know how she found me. So then she starts posting things about my family. She starts looking into what my dad does for work. She talks about how many siblings I have, where my parents live in Georgia, and then she posts what she thinks is my parents' address, and she would only pop up like every so often. And I just would continue to be like, yeah, this is weird, ignore. So then I moved to California, and I'm out there, and she starts like tweeting at me all the time. She's like, Catrific needs to go to jail. And then at one point she was like, Catrific needs to be beaten with a wooden bat that has spikes on it. She needs to have a choker collar put around her just to teach her a lesson for what harm she's caused my family. So then she starts posting all these like borderline threats of like what needs to happen to me if I don't stop hacking her. She also claimed that I am her stalker, which is just insane because she was the one stalking me, claiming that I was her stalker. But the story goes on, and then one time Zen Cupcake was in LA, and she found iJustine. She takes a picture of Justine, posts it, and tweets that, wow, now Catrific is sending her friend iJustine to stalk me in person. She's following me on the streets, which just tells me she was stalking Justine in person once she found her, and then saying that I sent Justine after her. Like, how crazy is this woman? She ends up going around finding several of my friends in LA, taking their photos, sending me their photo, and telling me to stop sending my friends after her. I'm gonna pay for what I'm doing. And by now I'm just like, do I go to the cops with this? Like, I don't even know, like, at this point what to do. I just continued to be quiet about it because I knew I hadn't done anything, but I couldn't actually get in trouble because this woman was the one who was actually stalking me. Well, then she starts sending me these personal emails that were very, very, very long and filled with nonsense, saying that she'd filed a restraining order against me and that the cops, I should be expecting them any day to come investigate me and my apartment. And she's saying that, like, she sent pictures of the restraining order that she was like filing, but there's no way she could have actually filed because I didn't even know who she was. So anyways, this is the most like crazy part to me of the story is this one night when I was in San Francisco and I was at a barbecue at my friend's house, and we ran out of cups, so someone had to go get cups from Safeway, the grocery store. And so my friend Julian was like, yeah, and his girlfriend, they were like, yeah, we can go get cups. They walked down to the grocery store because it was super close. And they're in the cup aisle, like looking at the cups, trying to figure out what cups to get. And somebody like takes their picture. And Julian's girlfriend was like, did someone just take our picture? And Julian was like, no, that person, they were probably just like texting and it looked like they were taking our picture. So they walked back to the party. I just checked my phone and guess who was tweeting at me pictures of my friend Julian going, wow, now Catrific has sent her coworker Julian to stalk me and he won't leave me alone. And it's a picture of him and his girlfriend reaching for cups in the grocery aisle, and I lost it. I started crying and I was like, oh my gosh, this lady is insane, and she's so close to me. I mean, she's like, we have no idea where she was. She could have been watching me in that very moment because she might have followed Julian back to where the party was. It was outside a barbecue and she could have been anywhere watching me. And it was the creepiest feeling in the world. I have goosebumps all over my body as I'm telling the story because it was seriously just one of the creepiest moments of my life. And my friends like calmed me down. I think I ended up going home soon after that. She continued to post things about where she thought my address was once I was living in San Francisco. She continued to tweet at me every day for so long, and then just eventually it started to like trickle down, and then I wouldn't hear from her except for maybe like once a year she would tweet something at me. And for a while there, her Twitter account was shut down, and then it like popped back up again. All of this stuff. All this to say, I never wanted to like give her attention when she was actively stalking me because I just thought it would make it worse. And so I just never said anything to her, never did anything. And I mean, it's been a few years since I've heard from her. So yeah, I feel like I'm older now and I'm more comfortable talking about it, but it was just something back then that was really scary. And I think that when you put yourself out there in the world like I do on the internet, you gotta be safe, and you gotta be careful with things like that because people that like that, you just can't be too safe around. And I mean, I came to the conclusion she probably had like some form of like paranoid schizophrenia where her view of the world was just skewed, and she genuinely thought I was stalking her, and I think she genuinely thought that was true. And so I felt bad for her, but I also was worried for myself. And it was just it's a crazy thing. And I feel like so many story time videos about stalkers and stuff are really over dramatic and like not real, but this was 100% true. You can actually probably still even look up online the blogs like Catrific Hacker, Catrific Hacking, and all that stuff, because it's true. So anyways, let me know in the comments down below what you think about this story. I'd be really curious to your guys' thoughts, if you thought I should have said something to her, if you thought I should have told the police, or if you think I did the right thing in not engaging with her. Give this video a thumbs up, please, if you like it. My thumbs ups have been kind of down lately, but it's probably just because my views have been down lately, and I don't even want to think about that because now I'm about to be down emotionally. No, I'm just kidding, but not really. Anyways, I'll see you guys here soon with an all new video. Don't forget to check out these other videos if you haven't seen them, and to subscribe. There's so many things you need to do as a YouTube viewer. Tough work out there for a subscriber. Bye.